Hi there, Virgo, and welcome back to Star Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your tarot forecast for the month of July. I went ahead, shuffled the cards, laid them all out. Let's see what's going on for Virgo. First up, we have the Six of Wands in the upright, followed then by the Two of Swords upright. And next we have the Ace of Swords in the upright, followed then by the Five of Swords upright. And next we have Major Arcana, the Devil in reverse, followed then by Major Arcana, the Hermit in reverse. And next we have the Four of Swords reversed, followed by the Two of Pentacles in the upright position. And next we have Major Arcana, the Moon upright. And lastly we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and interpret this for you guys. First of all, Virgo, your overall energy is that of the Six of Wands in the upright position. Lovely energy. The Six of Wands is all about victory, pats on the back for accolades for a job well done, work well done. This is a card of the happy homecoming, of a lot of attention. Perhaps some of you have just completed a project or completed some type of competition where you are returning home and everybody's celebrating in your honor, kind of thing. For others of you, it could just be representing getting a lot of attention from people. Maybe some of you are going to reunions or homecoming situations and you are feeling very victorious and very well received. And your crossing influence is that of Two of Swords in the upright position. Two of Swords is all about balancing out and weighing out two different options or ideas, trying to decide whether to go right or to go left. In the Two of Swords energy, though, sometimes we need the clarity in order to move forward to make an informed decision. Sometimes that's why the stalemate ensues, because we just don't know enough about a situation just yet in order to make an informed decision. In the past, maybe a month or two ago, you have the energies of the Ace of Swords in the upright position. Now, this is the clarity that you need. The Ace of Swords is all about new beginnings in clarity, clear thinking, perhaps information that it's also a victory card as well. This can represent when we perhaps have a clarifying conversation with somebody because we need to clear up a matter. Something was very confusing. And so we, shot from the hip. The other person shot from the hip. It's very clear now what the situation is. And this can represent coming across information that was much needed in order to clarify a situation. So in some area of your life, Virgo, perhaps it has nothing to do with the decision you're making now, but it could. Maybe you didn't get enough clarity and you're searching for more, but there was clarity on some matter maybe a month or so ago. Now, the energies you're dealing with right now, but they're waning, is the Five of Swords in the upright position. Again, this is a card of victory, but it's a different kind of victory. This is when it's a card of conflict. So this is when we could be in conflict with others and fighting a good fight and have this battle out. But in the end, yes, we are the victor, but it can sometimes come at great cost. So this is when we perhaps have a fight with somebody that we care for dearly. And yes, we do win the battle, but in the end, we lose the person out of our life. So we have to be careful with this energy around that we don't push a situation too far to the point where it ends up becoming an empty victory. That energy is giving way to Major Arcana, the Devil in the reverse position. I do like this energy when it's reversed, because when it's upright, this is when we can get caught up in all kinds of obsessions, bondage to the material, that kind of thing. And when we're trying to stick to our diet, for example, we don't have the willpower when it's in the upright position. When it's reversed like it is, though, the chains of the devil, so to speak, no longer have a hold on us. We're releasing these types of energies. If we're working on a diet plan or exercise plan or anything in order to better ourselves or better our lives, we have the willpower and the strength to overcome it. Very, very good to see. And what could be playing out in a couple weeks from now, like around the middle of the month, we have the energies of the Hermit in the reverse position. The Hermit is the Virgo card, actually. When it's upright, this is where somebody is spending time in solitude to either do some self-analysis, or sometimes it will come up when we're researching a situation, or students who are spending time studying for exams, so to speak, and that. When it's inverted like this is when we're coming out of that phase, when we're no longer being solitary, we're coming back out to rejoin the land of the living, so to speak. So it could be that around the middle of the month, some of you Virgos could find yourself feeling a lot more sociable and out and about more. Now, as for how you may be feeling internally over the month of July, this is not necessarily the face you're showing to the world, but it could be how you are feeling inside. You have the Four of Swords in reverse. Very similar energy to the Hermit in reverse, because this is coming out of a period of convalescence, of when it's in the upright, this is when we're healing from a physical situation or emotional or mental situation that exhausted us, and we need to take a rest. When it's reversed like this, the healing part is over and we're now ready to rejoin the land of the living, so to speak. So you have two cards here indicating becoming more sociable in the month of July. Very nice for you guys. Now your people and environment card, you have the Two of Pentacles in the upright position. How people are viewing you this month, Virgo, is they're seeing you as someone who has harmony in the midst of change. No matter what is going on in your life, no matter how it's progressing, what you're doing, if you're doing multiple projects, for example, or learning things in a class and working and taking on a whole bunch of things like Virgos often do. You guys tend to take a lot on your plate, but at least during the month of July, people will be seeing you as whatever you're doing, you're easily handling it. You're not dropping the ball in any way. So you're dealing with your responsibilities and your duties very well. Now your hopes and fears position, you have another major arcana here, the Moon in the upright position. The Moon represents things that are hidden. Sometimes it can represent deception, self-deception, that kind of energy. It can be very confusing energy because sometimes we see things, they look like they're something else, but in reality they're not. There's an extreme need to tap into one's intuition when dealing with the Moon energy. This is a fear, however. Maybe you're fearing in the month of July that you're not seeing things as clearly as you need to be or you should be. That could be where the indecision is coming from here. On a certain matter, you could be feeling like you're not really seeing things as clear as you need to be. But it's just a fear. It's not necessarily anything that's going to be playing out in the month of July. Now for your last card, the card that closes out the month and the read for you guys, is the Seven of Wands in the reverse position. Seven of Wands upright, this is very defensive energy. This is where somebody feels like they need to defend themselves or defend someone else that they care deeply for. Sometimes this can represent protecting our own privacy or just sort of being on guard, ready for somebody to maybe have an opposition to the things we're saying or doing. When it's reversed like this, it's like we're no longer feeling this need to protect ourselves so stoutly. We're just kind of now feeling like, well, you know, let the chips fall where they may. I don't feel like I need to protect myself so much anymore because I don't feel under threat. If it's another person perhaps that you were feeling protective of, you no longer feel that you need to protect this person. So it's a very good way to end. It's very releasing energy, good way to end the month. It looks like overall a very active and interesting month for you guys. Not a bad month or bad reading at all. Looks like you're handling things very well, and you're out there, you're sociable, and your willpower is very strong. So I hope this reading helped you, Virgo. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Bye for now.